Right, welcome to Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope, the Facebook page on YouTube. Just after a shower, this is probably going to be a long video, and I'll tell you why, so just prepare yourself. First of all, I can't I've got the house to myself. All day, all night, movie time, good times in so many ways. Are you feeling it? Are you feeling how I feel? If anybody's single out there and living alone, lucky. Enjoy the time. Enjoy the time you have right now. Yeah, you might not have a partner, you might not have this and that, but just enjoy the freedom of being by yourself. I love it. Right, a couple of announcements. I had to privatise one of my videos I did in the past because one of the people that has watched me and is fan of the Facebook page was wondering if they had a hero, if there wasn't a hero that represented what he was, which was a transvestite. And I basically told him, well, Batman wears tights, and most people sort of relate to Wonder Woman, but again, it's not something that's I think being a certain way, even the way the world is just now, you just got to get the character right, you've got to get the situation right, and I think most of the stories will delve about acceptance in that character. I'm not to say there shouldn't be, because a lot of the TV shows now are introducing the gay couples, which it should be, but there's still people out there from different societies that are still not being portrayed, and we should, because the world is changing and we are becoming an acceptable bunch. So the reason why I deleted it is he's still trying to find it hard to come out for his, to tell his family. So I sort of put it to the side. So if you can hear us, I'm rooting for you. Do it, okay? Come out, tell the people you've told me, and you'll be surprised the reaction that you'll get. So that's the reason why I deleted it. So since I deleted it, I'll try and give you the rundown on what I did, and dang it, I forgot the book. So one of the things I bought the graphic novel Son of Superman DC Rebirth, and I bought it something like $15.99, but at the time I bought the book there was another one out, and it was like Action Superman, and I buy graphic novels. I don't have the time to go out and get comics, and even though I love the idea of the whole timeline thing, and we're heading towards the big finish of this, because what TV shows do is they have a main story, but each episode is different, but they have the main story following through it. I would like comics to just do the one story, okay, and just have the one, and each time you go out and you buy a book, you're getting the complete story of something, or don't drag it out for a whole year or two. And I know you want to include all the characters, but you could maybe do it from that character's point of view and do it all in the one book, and then this. I don't know. It's just, because there's a lot of people that can't even get to a comic shop, and you're buying something like 14p. Anyway, I don't want to get into that conversation. I'm just trying to make sure that I covered things that I talked about in the last video. The one that I sort of deleted. So let us know what you think about comics and having more of the one-off stories instead of having to go traipsing all around the shops buying you one comic with 10 pages, then you're having to find out another character to find out what happens. Yeah, it really is. I mean, if you think about it, they've got it sussed for the last 75 years and how to get people to spend their money on comics, and then trying to find space. And as I say, I got the omnibus. Maybe in a couple of years down the line, you'll bring out another omnibus with the complete story. That'd be brilliant. It's like people waiting until the saga is complete before they buy the DVD, like the Smallville. I know people that waited till all the Smallvilles were done so they could buy the box instead of buying them separately. So anyway, another thing, Suicide Squad director, a lot of news on, you know, oh, lose this director, lose that director. And for me, in short, you haven't lost a director unless that director has signed a contract saying he's going to direct. And then if he walks away after he signed it, that is losing a director. Everything else is just hearsay. Everything else is just directors trying to work out if it's for them or if it's a deal. Let me go in and have a look at it. Maybe it's something I could do. I don't have anything else at the moment. Maybe I'm a better off at doing that. So when somebody walks away, it doesn't mean that they've lost them. It just means that director probably just feels like he's not suited for that film. So it's not lost, it's just not written. So that's that out of the way, okay? So as I say, I spent a whole video talking about my colleague, just come out, okay? Suicide Squad, 2 directors and comic books. So now I want to just talk what I really want to talk about, which is, went on YouTube and I see videos saying, what is the best way of doing a comic book movie, light or dark? Then I scrolled down and I went, what makes a good comic book movie? And I went, how this, how do you make a good comic book movie and all that stuff. So you get these people and they will be standing and talking as though they're some sort of expert on what is needed to be to make a good comic book hero movie. And I just hate that. You know, I hate that because, and should it be a light movie? Should it be a dark movie? Should it? What are the ingredients of making a film, a superhero movie, good? And let's all just remember, and this when you watch a video, that is just that person's ideas of what he wants to see in a movie, and I don't care what that person says. If that person, just out of a shower, my hair's a mess. If that person is if that person is basing it on money the film's made, the stars that the film got, the critic responses, the Rotten Tomatoes, if that guy is going on that basis, then he's talking bull. And again, this is just me, my thoughts, okay? I have no idea how to make a good movie, okay? So this video is not about how to make a good movie. This video is basically about what I sort of look for in a film, my own preferences, okay? And the way I see films in general. And I've touched on subjects quite a lot, like based on characters and stuff like that. So these people are coming out and they're making videos about how to make these sort of universes great. And you'll have that person in Collider that is totally up Kevin Feige's butt cheeks and call him our Lord and Saviour. You know the one I'm talking about. Check him out in Collider. Check, what's his name, Film Goblin, and you'll see Marvel's Lord Feige's Lord and Saviour, and you'll see the person I'm talking about. So no matter what film that comes out from Marvel, this person alone will think it's fantastic and this is the right place. And we've seen that other person that does Collider, the wee bald man, and he's talking to the guy doing the Spawn movie. And the guy who's doing the Spawn movie, he wants to do it totally different than sorry about scratching myself. I'm going to just try and do it so you see it less. Out of the shower, my skin's all thingy, so I'm going to try. do not scratch, do not scratch. Now I've said that, you're going to start watching me going like that. Anyway, so you got this guy, the Spawn director, and he's sitting with this big bald guy. And the minute he says, "Oh, maybe you're going to do your franchise," because that's what Kevin Feige's got. Kevin Feige has got it down to a fine art. Then the director, the guy that created Spawn, went, nothing like him, because he has his own vision on doing it. So like every director is an artist, or tries to be an artist without the studio coming down on him. So everybody, as I say, just because for me, if a film makes a lot of money, does that mean it's good? Because it's got 5 stars to it, does it mean it's good? No. How many times have we seen a film and because it's had so many stars, we found it disappointing? How many times have we read critic reviews and thought, that was rubbish, I don't know what the critics are on? How many times has Rotten Tomatoes actually gave it the same rating as the people? Very rarely. So what is it we look? I mean, Suicide Squad made a lot of money. It was banned by critics, got a low Rotten Tomato score. Is that a bad movie? No, not for me. Yep, I'm biased, I'm running a DC page. But you look out in the world today and you see people. I was in the shops the other day and there was a young girl, 12, might have said it in my other videos, wearing a Harley Quinn jacket. People are going around dressed up as the Joker, or people now have heard of Killer Croc and Deadshot. It's opened the doors for those characters. When you watched it, did you fall asleep? No. Were there some moments in the film that you liked? Yes. So it's really just, so it's... you had comical moments, you had a wee bit of comedy in it, you had action in it, that you had all the ingredients in it. But you can't please everyone at the same time. Just because Marvel has come out and done their movies their way, that is not how every other film should be. You look at the Dark Knight trilogy. Now some will moan against that, saying that isn't my Batman, and again, that falls onto the based, it's a based character. These characters are based on DC Comics. Not saying now. This is another major thing, right? Is you'll have people watching these films and they want to see their interpretation of their character on the screen. Is it possible to do that? No. Everybody sees a character differently. Everybody sees Superman differently. When people go and see Superman and suddenly realise he's from Krypton and he's an alien, well, I didn't get that. Or if he's not saving cats from the tree, that isn't their Superman. Even though when you look at the comics, you'll see a miserable Superman questioning himself and what he's doing. Difference between people that know Superman through the movies or just through the comics. The people that read through the comics know that that's the Man of Steel. I've talked to many people in my world that grew up with Christopher Reeves. To them, that's what they believe Superman's world is, and it's wrong. And that's why Man of Steel was such a breakthrough film, because the director had a vision to up the ante, to change it. Batman has had so many different interpretations of that one character and less of a moan. The Batman trilogy by Christopher Nolan didn't actually stick well. They had homages to the books, but did they actually nail his world right? No, because in that world he's the only sort of guy, superhero that was there. So for me, and as far as money is concerned for a film, you've also got the video sales, the DVD sales. How many people know about the film? How many people have seen the film? What has started because of the film? Do you see people wearing this sort of stuff? Is people buying posters and action figures and stuff like that? Yeah. I watch BVS, it had so many stories to it. It had twists and turns, and thankfully when the extended cut came out, you got the full story. Now I go and watch, I'm a big fan of Games of Thrones, and it took me a wee while to get right into it. Now most people, some people out there, don't get why you have these sort of Thronecasts. Thronecast is a programme that comes on after it, and it's talking to the audience, and they highlight things that was mentioned in the episode, and they show you this is what she was meaning when she said that. And somebody came up to me and said, well, that must show that the programme is not working when you need another programme to explain it. I says, no, that's not what it's about. That is about when you watch a film and you question what happened in it, and then you go back a second time or third time and you get more out of it. Just like BVS, there's so many people out there that got different things. When you go and see a film, people will get different things from it. You know, people will get the biblical thing, and then people are oblivious to any biblical thing. People will get film references like Excalibur. People have never even heard of Excalibur, doesn't know the, you know, so there's so many things. Should they stay true to the character? Probably. To make a superhero film, should they stay true to the character? Yes, of course. But they don't have to do it by the comics, because there's, again, even in the comics, there's many different interpretations. So Games of Thrones, I'm sitting there, and it's taken me a wee while to get into Games of Thrones, but once I'm in, and I am hooked. And it's one of these series where you have to tell somebody, if you're ever lending the books, the DVD stuff to, it's just give it a go, give it 5 episodes. Don't mind if you don't get it straight away, just keep watching it, and you'll build up your own. And that's exactly what's happening with Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, and vice versa, as they started breaking the mold, breaking away from what has been flooding the market of that one vision from Marvel, how to do a superhero movie. Zack Snyder says, no, this is how we want to represent our heroes. We want to do our heroes this way. It will take some time. It's not like a TV series where you get them maybe on the 3rd or 4th episode. These films are coming out maybe a year apart. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody likes the fantasy stuff. Not everybody likes to see. I know people that just don't have time for superhero movies. But keep trying, keep going, keep watching, and then you'll get it. Now, should comic book heroes be dark or light? To be honest, for me, it's all about the story. If I watch a film and it makes me laugh, cry, or feel any sort of emotion towards the character, that is how you do a superhero movie. It doesn't need to have any of the ingredients. We must have lots of jokes, we must have sadness, we must have sacrifice, we must have the big build up of the villain, we must have we must only make a movie with one hero in it. Rubbish. Lord of the Rings, millions of people. But for me, a film, like any superhero film, is no different from any other film. You have got to grab the people to feel something while watching the movie. Now, those people that didn't like BVS said it's sad and bad, but if you think about it, have you felt angry with it? Have you felt sadness to it? Have you just depression? That's a feeling in itself. Take that. You know, surely to God, you can't watch something like Schindler's List and be joyful all throughout the film. Surely when you watch Jaws and people are getting eaten, that you're not laughing every couple of minutes. So no, there is no secret ingredient to make a superhero film. It doesn't need to be totally accurate to the characters. Totally accurate, I mean, okay. Of course, they've got to have some attributes to the character from the comics, okay? But in order to make these characters expand to people that don't read comics, you've got to change it a little bit. Just like the TV shows, you change it so you can adapt more and bring things in. And, you know, I mean, Gotham, some people moan, I don't watch Gotham, it doesn't have Batman in it. It's like Smallville, we waited 10 years before they put the cape on. Why waited 10 years? It's just stories. It's just, and you know, so for me, not cat. People have their different versions of what they consider to be Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. You know, all the different generations have had their superheroes. And I've said before in Man of Steel, and Superman in the Moment, George Reeves, he was more of a hard sort of figure, sort of tough and whatnot, a bit different from the Christopher Reeve approach. And then you had the Dean Cain approach, and you had vice versa with the Batman. You had all different characters playing Batman in so many different ways. So, yep, have your character, dress them as close to what people can identify with to the characters in the comics. For Batman, yeah, must have, okay, bat symbol, cowl and stuff like that. And Alfred, but you changed too much, right, you know. So that's one bit. Dark or light? Should it be a dark film? Should it be a light film? Listen, as long as it goes with the story. If you've written a story and it's serious and it's meant to be a serious tone, then of course the film must be a serious tone. Why are we subjugated to say it's a superhero film, it must have laughs, it must be nice and colourful, it must be cheap? No, it doesn't. Okay, you look at Daredevil. Okay, now that film didn't do too well, right? But that's not. But then you look at the TV series Daredevil, you know, and that's dark as well. So should Daredevil not just join the Marvel brothers and be this way, you know? And then you got Punisher, who's a dark character. Yeah, it's Marvel characters. Yeah, I know Marvel as well. Okay, so you got Punisher. Okay, would he fit in with the Avengers? No. Well, what about if they changed the Punisher to be a nice, sort of nicer guy in order so he can talk to the Avengers in that movie? Is that right? Well, you'll get a lot of stick from it, but if you make it work, if you get the story right and you get people to feel what that character's right, then yeah, you could work. There should be no rules whatsoever about how to make a superhero movie. There should be no rules. There should be no magic formula, because let's take the magic formula again with Marvel, okay? Because that's a prime example. We take the Marvel formula. What you're getting with that is the same film every time. You're getting the same ingredients to that film every time. Is that meant to be the one way of doing it? No. No, if I go to see, you know, it's just like any other genre, your horror, slasher, you know, Victim, I'll Be Back and all that sort of stuff, and sci-fi, whatever. Main ingredient is character development throughout the film, and then leave you either feeling sad, happy, angry, anticipating what's going to come next. And that, for me, is what DC is doing. They've killed Superman. People are now asking how he's going to come back. And what you get with YouTubers and Facebook and everybody is, we've become a greedy society. We want more, we demand more. It's like somehow we have the power to tell studios this is how we want it, this is what we want to do. No, we want trailers, we want you to do it this way. We don't have any power, but we kid ourselves that we do. We kid ourselves that you know, the studios have been making films for years, you know. The only thing that tells them that they need to change is maybe the public, you know, is the press, is the press, constant press, not just critics. I'm talking about the buzz of a film when a trailer is released. That's when you know, that is when. But to listen to our demands, I hope the studio never listens. Because what are we moan about the Joker, we moan about casting, we moan about the CGI. I could go and see the most cheapest film ever looking like Sharknado. You're trying to tell me that is a great film with great special effects? No. Does it make it a bad movie? Not for me, no. If I can sit through and watch fake snakes on sneaks on the plane and be entertained, that's a good movie. I don't really need good CGI. I grew, one of my first big monster movies was the original King Kong. It still freaks me out the way he cracks that dinosaur jaw open. 300, Sin City, great comic book adaptations, one of which was directed by Zack Snyder Vision. So he knows comics, although you'll get people that will complain about it. And he's brought that comic book to life. And, and should he, because it's a comic book movie, be done by a specific formula? No. So what I was going to say, yeah, and as I say, we don't want, going back to Games of Thrones, have you been watching it? Are you a fan of it? Let us know in the comments below. But, we, as I said, we like talking about it. I look at the website pages and people saying, who's Alfred talking to? Who's Alfred talking to? We should name it. Oh, the third trailer, will we see Superman? We demand to see Superman. No, don't demand it. Don't demand. They're all okay. Let's go to a film and be totally confused. And then let's talk about it afterwards. Let's not spoon feed us. We do not need spoon fed. Okay, we do not need to know that person is surviving, because it's still debatable. We're still talking about the film. As I say, Man of Steel, yep, he gave hope. He turned people's opinions around. He turned, even Bruce Wayne's opinion, Tom Hardy's opinion, the world's opinion. It's all hope. But people will argue. I said, no, Superman's been given world hope before Justice League. But this is what makes the movies great, because it gets us to talk and debate, and to listen to anybody that says, I've given up on DC movies or Marvel movies because they're not doing it my way, and I'm sick of it. That is not the Superman I know. That's not. Yeah, it might not be what you know, but it's what other people are now being introduced to. It's their generation, or it's people that did see him that way. So let's just remember that when we next think about, when you next see these stupid video clips of how to make a superhero movie. Should it be light or dark movies? No. A movie should just be a movie that tugs at your heartstrings, make you angry, make you laugh, make you cry. Or not, or just give you that one feeling all throughout dread. I watched Poldark, right? And I watched, as I say, Games of Thrones. I'm tense all the way through it. I'm breathing heavily afterwards, I just need time to settle down. I did not enjoy that one, because I felt tense all the way through. I did enjoy that. I just didn't want that tenseness going through. People don't like horror movies because it makes them that one tense thing. So I hope some of this has made sense. As I say, sometimes I don't know what to talk about. And I'll go over the same stuff over and over again. And because this is now 28 minutes and 52 seconds, hardly anyone will watch this. I think I've got about 30 people that's brave enough to watch all my videos. But it's just my reaction to stuff that's hitting the web just now. And I see these people coming on and they are trying to say that their knowledge of how to make a movie good is something to be listened to. So my response to that, short, simple and sweet, is, did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the movie? And if you did, so be it. Did it have whatever that person says it should have? We can't. The reason why, okay, see the light and the dark movies. I'll finish. I'm going to try and finish. Okay, as I say, I've never written anything down for these videos, okay? I just sit down, put my phone there, and then start talking, okay? So, the question between light and dark, again, going back to that. DC films, yeah, darker, okay, becoming lighter, okay, less money than Marvel. Why is Marvel making a lot more money? Because it's lighter and more of an age group can go to it. Younger ones, younger kids can go to it. It's not a deep, heavy thinking one like Games of Thrones. So more and more people will be involved in that. The darker ones, they'll make money, but slower. They'll make money in the cinema for those people that are older and mature and can watch it. But then the next generation will come out and they'll get introduced to it, and it'll be, and I've always said these films will become cult status, just like Star Wars, you know. It's just once you get over some grievances and you start watching films and you sort of accept them from being what they are, you'll enjoy it more. And that's the worst thing about fans that we have, is our expectations and our wantingness, and if it doesn't suit our, you know, our thoughts of what the film should be or the character should be, you know, we can't stand it, you know. And so for me, if it's DC, okay, that's all I need, because I get to see my stuff on the screen, whatever interpretation it is. I will enjoy it. I will enjoy seeing Batman swings, even with the nipples on it. Okay, I'll enjoy Superman flying. You know, it's something I'm going to just enjoy. And if they've twisted or if they changed a couple of things, or if they've made it a light movie or dark movie, not going to bother me one iota, because I'm just enjoying it. Because it's something, a film should be taken for what it is and what it was aiming to be. If it was aiming to be between two men struggling within themselves and struggling outside and trying to change the world, and it's a dark film, then we should enjoy that film for that. Should we have another formula for a superhero movie? Should we have just superheroes in costume all the time? No. You know, think of the Rocketeer or whatever. Yeah, for me, you know, I could have like 1 hour of Clark Kent and only something like 30 minutes of Superman. And in that film, there's, you know, there's maybe 1 or 2 jokes, or maybe none, but in that film you get this real good character build up of that guy, which makes the last 30 minutes even more powerful, you know, because you've been with him in that journey. So, and we shouldn't have just an action sequence every 10 minutes. There should be no rules and no formula on how to make a perfect superhero movie. So, thank you very much for listening. If you stuck around for 33 minutes of your time, of your life, please like, subscribe, comment down below. And thanks to you guys and girls out there that have commented on, it's normally the same ones, but I thank you. It means a lot to me. It gives me passion to make another video. It gives me drive to keep my page going. And if you are a fan of the page, I am constantly looking for editors, people that can post great positive stuff to my page. And so if you think you can do that, if you think you can post positive stuff about the DCU, please let me know in the comments below, and friend me on Facebook, William Adams. Okay, I'll go to the page and let me know. Message the page. Thanks very much, and be positive out there.